Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video. Volume 13 Chapter 4 Magician of Persistence Part 1. It's my first time seeing Roxy in a while and she hasn't changed very much. Be it her age or her atmosphere, they were the same as always. It's probably just because the labyrinth trapped her for a month, I'm sure. The labyrinth considerably weakened her. The labyrinth wore down her cheeks, made bags under her eyes, loosened her braided hair, and dirtied her entirety, appearing almost like a vagrant child. Even then, Roxy's Roxiness hadn't been lost or damaged at all. However, Geese immediately gave out the judgment to return. I'm sure it's the correct decision. Talhand was carrying Roxy on his back as we returned above ground. I declared that I would like to carry Roxy, but by removing me from the combat potential, we wouldn't be able to escape the second floor. Therefore, it can't be helped. Letting this kind of man, who gives off a shaggy-haired impression, carry Roxy is just fine. I did have such feelings, but no one objected, including Roxy. Excuse me, Talhand-san. I've troubled you. It's fine. It's no good if I don't help you occasionally as well, Roxy. Do I smell? Since it was enough for Rudy to vomit, I think it should be considerable, though. Haha, if I were to think this much stinks, then there's no way I could get by as an adventurer. Along the way, I heard such a conversation from nearby me. Say. I didn't particularly vomit because sensei smells, you know? Succumbing to my jealousy, I called out behind me with my voice. Roxy took a glance in my direction, and then quickly turned her face away. It's not like I forgot about you. I just couldn't connect together the old cute Rudy and the current Rudy. Roxy grumbled that out and then, just like that, remained silent. Well, I've grown as well. I guess it can't be helped. It was a short conversation, but hearing Roxy's voice for the first time in a while gives me a pleasant feeling in my ears that I might just rise up to heaven like that. Part 2 With Roxy's return, the house-sitting group raised cheers of joy. Since they started exploring this labyrinth, it would be the first pleasant news, I guess. I just want to bury that news into a hole I've dug myself already though. No, I won't say it. Regardless of the cause, something happy is something happy. Lilia promptly put Roxy into the bath. During that time, I was trying to think of something I could do for Roxy's sake and was loitering around outside her room, but Vera drove me away. I guess it means you're not supposed to approach the room when a girl is in the middle of bathing. I absolutely did not have an ulterior motive. I just thought I wanted to do something for her sake. Really, just that. Although certainly, I do have a previous offense. This time, I'm innocent. I thought about asserting that, but I decided to let it pass. No, this is fine. It's about me. Suddenly, I looked to my side and saw neatly folded laundry. It's not confined to my hand just like that, grabbing the white cloth at the very top and putting it in my pocket. I can't afford to let the pitiful whispers of the past get to me. This time, it's still innocent. Thinking about it like that, this is fine. In order for Roxy to recover her strength, she needs several days of rest. Even though I say that, she's an adventurer as well. Without external wounds, she still has enough physical strength left to walk on her own. If she just eats some good food and gets sound sleep on a soft bed, I'm sure she'll soon make a comeback. It really doesn't seem like there's any problems. Nevertheless, I suddenly ended up showing Roxy my unsightly places. I hope she's not disillusioned. Suddenly vomiting was impolite, but it was really a shock. Even though I never forgot about Roxy, I thought that Roxy forgot me. Come to think of it, Sylphy also said she received a shock when she thought I forgot her. I wonder if Sylphy had these kinds of feelings at that time, as well. After I return, it won't be good if I don't apologize to her. Part 3 Roxy continued to sleep for almost a full day. I'm sure it can't be helped after spending a month in a labyrinth filled with monsters. I was loitering around again in front of her room, in order to be the first one to say good morning, and Lilia drove me away again. Since I was able to get a fleeting glance at Roxy's peaceful sleeping face at that time, I decided it was fine. It would be good if she gets better soon. On the second day, Roxy got up. With a wobbling movement, she came over to the table where we were eating. Good morning to you, Roxy-sensei, yes. Rudeus-san, good morning. In this place, including me, there weren't more than 4 people. Elinalise, Paul, Talhand, Geese and the other 3 were currently out shopping. The exploration group does nothing but rest at the time when they're in the city, while the standby group moves around as the composition. Geese is in the exploration group as well. But, for some reason, he also commands the standby group. A hard worker, or rather, that person sure is dedicated. Wouldn't it be better for him to just quit as an adventurer and become a manager? Everyone? Everyone here focused his or her gazes on Roxy. Roxy created a humble expression and then matched her gaze and lowered her head with each person, one at a time. This time, I've caused you quite a bit of trouble. I'm already fine. The responses to her actions were varied. One said it was fine, and put their hand around her shoulder. One nodded, and said it was only obvious. One drank some alcohol, and offered the alcohol bottle. One lost for words, and moved by her return. Well, if you want to say your thanks, say it to Rudy. If he hadn't suddenly started saying something weird like, "To San, I can feel the presence of God," and started breaking down the walls as he ran ahead, we probably wouldn't have found you alive after all. Going by the manner of speaking, Paul made it almost sound like I'm a dangerous person, but when entering the 3rd floor, for some reason, I knew Roxy's location. Then, I had the premonition that Roxy had fallen into a dilemma. Since I felt it was an emergency, I proceeded straight towards the voice, not minding the danger of a cave-in. Straight ahead was a wall, but without minding it, I just blew it down and continued straight ahead. Why did I have that sort of premonition? I don't know. For some reason, I was convinced of it. I'm sure, the bond between Roxy and I brought us together. I'm sure that's the case. Yeah. I do, just a tiny bit, think that the Hitagami might have done something as well, but I won't believe it. My God is only one person. Wait a minute, if it comes down to that, that would mean this is the guidance of God as well. Then, there's already nothing strange at all. Just as I was thinking about that, while facing me, Roxy lowered her head a second time. Rudeus-san, that is, thank you very much. I wonder why. I feel an endless distance from Roxy. I know this sensation. I learned about it in school. It's the name formalities. It's because she's calling my name like that. It's because she's using reserved manners like Rudeus-san. Please don't mind it, it's only natural after all. Rather than that, please call me Rudy like before. After saying that, Roxy somewhat cast her eyes down, and whispered a response. That kind of way to call you, isn't it too overly familiar? No way, saying it's something like over-familiar. If Sensei was going to call me something like Rudeus-san, then I might as well have San call me Rudeus-san as well. Hey now, what does that mean? I didn't hear anything else, like Paul's comment. Please call me Rudy like before, with familiarity in it. No matter how many years have passed already, Roxy Migurdia is my respected sensei after all. After saying that, Roxy blinked her eyes. Was I too thoughtless? Her face is red. I wonder if she has a fever or something. And then, she smacked her own cheeks. Yes. That's right, isn't it, Rudy? Yes, sensei. Suddenly, almost as if she was ridiculing herself, Roxy looked at me while a smile floated up. That face was becoming somewhat red now. Nevertheless, that is, you've gotten big. I'm a human after all. It doesn't seem Sensei has changed. Yeah, just as small, as usual. Though, I don't think you're as tiny as you say. Is that so? How nostalgic. If I close my eyes, I can vividly remember things about being together with Roxy. The day we met. The day I was first taught magic. The day I received the sacred object. The day I learned the Saint class magic. The day we separated. The days of exchanging letters. All of them are important memories. Nevertheless, that was some magnificent magic. Even without me saying it, you seem to have properly been continuing your training. Was that Emperor-ranked water magic? By that, which one do you mean? I wonder if I used something like Emperor rank magic. The magic at the time you saved me. That power, quick effectiveness, and range. It was splendid magic. Isn't that the Emperor rank magic I've heard about in rumors, Absolute Zero? It's different. That was just a Frost Nova. While moving through the 2nd floor, I heard from Talhan that Frost Nova was an effective magic Roxy used, and I just used it as an imitation. But, Roxy was making a face completely like, how about it? It's the correct answer, right? I wonder if the correct option is to respond, that's not it. Roxy is a specialist in water magic. For her to mistake the magic she saw, I wonder if that would embarrass her. I wonder if this is where I should call out black as white. Although, it's a lie that will be exposed quickly. Saying that's correct here and then secretly telling her it was a lie later would be the wise way of doing it, I'm sure. No, but, after hearing that it's Emperor class, what will I do if Roxy makes a displeased face? I had heard that my rock bullet had power matching Emperor class though, But in reality, I can't use magic that high rank. What should be done? No, that was just a frost nova. Though, it seems to have a higher rank than the one Roxy used. Ah, is that so? Excuse me. While I was hesitating, Talhan gave a response. Something about doing unnecessary things. Here I should follow up, really, Roxy is the same as always, isn't she? Although, I agree with the opinion that if it's Rudeus, it wouldn't be strange for him to use Emperor-class magic. However, without a moment's delay Elinalise followed up. After all, Rudeus is a magician who can put the entire magic university into order with but a glance. Saying unnecessary things, and after looking around, everyone's gazes were gathering on me. Alright, it's here. The current me is here all thanks to Sensei's education. After confidently saying that, Roxy was looking at me with suspicious eyes. Rudy, I heard it in a variety of places, but do you really think that? It's only natural, right? Roxy's teachings are my foundation. Go outside, talk to people. Get along with everyone, without prejudice. Always give it your best effort. Those teachings have taken root inside of me. For this reason, I was able to build up a good relationship with Rygerd. There were certainly times where I didn't protect her teachings, but that is that. People aren't always able to maintain the highest state, after all. What's important isn't whether I was able to perfectly follow them, it's whether I use it as the foundations. In that sort of meaning, I respect Roxy. To the point where I want her autograph. You've just been advancing me at your own convenience. Even without my teachings. Roxy laughed in self-ridicule. Becoming this splendid, it's the exact opposite of someone like me, who got trapped in a labyrinth after making a mistake, and then, she fell prostrate on top of the table. I can see the whirl in her hair and it's a bit cute. The Shisho is splendid and the disciple is splendid as well, isn't that fine? The one who said that was Paul. He said something good. That's right, I'm not particularly splendid or anything, but Roxy is a splendid individual. So what if she's losing to her disciple on some small parts? Roxy can't be weighed against something like that. Without Roxy, we wouldn't be here. Be more confident in yourself. It seems with Paul's words, Roxy recovered a bit. Raising her body and she was nodding deeply. That's it guys, thank you for watching, subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.